Same as you rent a car, you can rent a ship, a big ship, like this. Let's keep it simple and we'll compare car rental to ship rental. We'll discuss the different contracts and at the end, how much it costs to rent this LNG ship for a day. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Mustafa and I'm a ship's captain. There are three main types of car rental. First, without a driver. Second, from point A to point B, let's say from the airport to your next destination, home or hotel, and for a period of time, for a day, a month or a year. So first, we don't say renting a ship, but the correct term is chartering a ship. Okay, who are the different parties of the contract? We have the owner of the ship owner, the person or the company that wants to charter the ship, the charterer, the vessel, the contract, and the ship broker that connects everyone. Chartering is an activity within the shipping industry whereby a ship owner hires out the use of his vessel to a charterer. The contract between the parties is called a charter party. This term is from the French une charte partie. So charter party is a document of contract, same when you rent a car, by which a ship owner agrees to lease or to rent, and the charterer agrees to hire the entire vessel or the cargo space or part of it, on terms and conditions specified in the charter party. We have three types of charter party. Bareboat Charter party, sometimes called demise charter, and this is renting a car without a driver. The second one is Voyage Charter party, and this is renting a car from point A to point B. And the third one is time charter party, and this is renting a car with a driver for a specific period of time. For each type, we discuss who's responsible for what and who's paying what. But first, let's define them. Bareboat Charter party. By this type of charter, the ship owner leases his entire vessel and the charterer has the responsibility of operating his own vessel. The ship owner has, for the period covered by the charter party, lost control of his entire vessel. There may, however, be a clause in the charter party that the master and the chief engineer must be approved by the ship owner. The charterer is responsible of the upkeep, preservation, and safety of the vessel. Before delivery to the charterer, the vessel is surveyed by representatives of both parties. The same is done on redelivery. The charter party will stipulate that the ship must be delivered in the same good order and condition as when delivered. Ordinary wear and tear are accepted, of course. On redelivery, the owner's representatives, usually the port captain and port engineer, may check the logbooks for information pertaining to groundings, collision, or any incidents. Fuel oil in the vessel on delivery is paid by the charterer at the current price at the port at that time. And on delivery, the ship owner pays for the fuel in the vessel at the current price in the port at that time. Voyage Charter party. This is a charter party for the carriage of full cargo, not for a period of time, but a stipulated rate per ton or per day, for one voyage only between named ports. In Voyage Charter party, the charterer assumes no responsibility for the operation of the vessel but generally pays stevedoring, in and out port expenses, etc. The master or captain is particularly concerned with Voyage Charter parties because of the lay time, dispatch and demurrage clauses, and the necessity of tendering the notice of readiness to load or discharge. I will not overload you with technical terms in this video, we'll define all of them in separate one. By the way, if you are not subscribed yet, please consider doing so and like the video to boost the channel. Time charter party. This is charter party of period of time and all other items are same as Voyage Charter party. So the charterer hires the vessel for a year or 10 years for fixed daily rate. If your vessel is chartered, it is important that you read the charter party carefully, especially the add clause until it is understood. It is advisable to have the officers read it as matter of information and instruction, and it will do no harm to discuss it with them, especially with the chief engineer and chief officer. Before going further, let's see what are the different vessel costs in order to know who is responsible, the owner or the charterer for each type of chartering. Operating costs. Operating expenses refer to the overall cost a ship owner incurs for the smooth operation of his vessel, maintaining her at seaworthy and meeting all necessary international and national requirements. OPEX are the so-called running costs, such as crew costs, supplies and stores, repairs and maintenance, insurance, management fees, etc. The second one is the periodic cost. This cost component covers the periodic technical inspection of the vessel in order to issue her classification certificates, confirming that she is well maintained and in seaworthy condition. Voyage costs. These are related to ship undertaken to complete a specific voyage, such as fuel costs, canal dues, towage and pilotage, port agency fees, and port expenses. Cargo handling costs. These are related to costs for the cargo handling and discharging operations during port calls. Now let's discuss who is in charge of what for each chartering type. In bareboat charter party, the owner has no responsibility. He hands over his entire vessel, whereas the charterer takes in charge all the expenses, operating costs, periodic costs, voyage costs, and cargo handling costs. In voyage charter party, owner takes in charge operating costs, periodic costs, voyage costs, and cargo handling costs, whereas the charterer has no responsibility. In the time charter party, the owner is in charge of operating costs and periodic costs, and the charterer covers the voyage costs and the cargo handling costs. Finally, how much it costs to rent or charter an energy ship like this one for a day. This is an average daily rate, combining all the chartering types, and it depends on the age of the vessel, the engine type, the cargo containment system, the capacity of the cargo tanks, the boil off rate, etc. So it ranges from $30,000 a day to almost $500,000 a day at all-time high. In another video, we'll discuss the numbers. I will break down all the expenses, how much it costs to hire the crew, their provisions, the insurance, how much the ship owner pays to pass Suez or Panama Canal, how much the periodic dry docking costs, fuels, port expenses, etc. So stay tuned for this video. It will appear somewhere here in the future. Thanks for watching and see you hopefully next week. As you can see, I'm back home and it is always hectic during the first days of seafarers leave. Bye bye.